Hey guys, how's it going? Hope you're having a great day so far. Beginning to a new week. This is the Preacher bringing you a hardcore team deathmatch on the map Underground. I'm still piddling away here with the G36C, trying to, I guess, go ahead and get gold on this gun since I've decided it's a gun that's not too bad. Got a little picture-in-picture coming up for you here of a guy trying to come up behind me as I start the game. I like to do that every now and then if I've got a Claymore or Betty or even C4. If I know someone's trying to flank me from the rear to drop something like that, a little surprise for them. But I've got a fairly decent gameplay on this map here. I think I go 21-4, I believe, which is much better than I've been doing lately. I have had a terrible cold streak lately. I mean, sometimes I've just quit playing at night because I just can't do anything right at all. And I'll admit that sometimes I'm just a terrible player. That happens, but lately it seems like it's been a mixture of the lobby, the connections, Xbox Live, just the group that I happen to be playing with. It's just all kind of things seem to be going wrong for me these days, and I don't really know what's happening. If Xbox Live is just getting screwy or what's going on, but I'm getting shot. Before I even see the person, I'm getting hit, as I'm coming around corners, and it's just all kind of crazy stuff going on. So I was glad to finally get a decent match going here on Underground. I mentioned to you in a previous video, the one about the one-eyed gamer, that I had some more news that I was going to share with you guys here soon, and I thought I'd go ahead and do that now. But by the way, I'll give you an update on my eye since some people have been asking. I did go to the doctor, and I don't have any macular degeneration at the moment, but he did say I basically had a defective retina in my right eye, my bad eye. So he said it was just, as he put it, morphologically malfunctioning. It was just not put together right, apparently. So the warranty's already run out on my eye, I think. I'm 42, so I'm not going to be able to do anything with that. So I guess I will just have to live with it as long as it doesn't get any worse. But I appreciate you guys asking me about that, and for many of you praying for me regarding my eye. Job, that's what I wanted to talk about today. I found out not too long ago that the company I work for, that I've been with since 1996, has decided that due to the economy, due to the workload, that they're no longer going to offer archaeology as a service. And what that means then is that I have been basically downsized, laid off, fired. More or less, I am going to be unemployed. This is going to happen in October officially, but I am on half salary right now, and the end of October will be my last month with this company I've been with for over 16 years. Wow. How about you guys? How long have you been working in the same place? You don't find many people these days who stay with one company very long, and I've been with that same business for a long time, and it's kind of, I've got mixed feelings about the whole situation. I will admit up front that this is partially an answer to prayer. My wife informed me when I gave her the news that as I was wondering, what it was I was going to do, she said, "Don't you remember that this is what you've been wanting for a while now?" Guys, do your wives ever tell you things that you're supposed to know already, but that you forget? Sometimes wives can be very wise and really help us see things the way we're supposed to. But she was right. I had been praying about that for a while, because as I got more involved in the ministry, as I began pastoring a church, which I do bivocationally, by the way, not to confuse anyone. That basically means I have two jobs, a regular day job, as I would call it, and then pastoring a church. But she reminded me that I had been praying that God would open a door for me to become more fully involved in the ministry. And she reminded me that I had been praying about getting out of archaeology. And I realized that, but I guess I was thinking, yeah, but I didn't know it was going to happen now. I wasn't expecting it to happen at this very moment, I guess. I do have two kids, of course. I've got a family. I've got one daughter who's starting college, so it wasn't necessarily the time that I would have picked if I'd had a choice to lose a full-time salary. Now, granted, being with a company that long, I wasn't making hundreds of thousands of dollars a year, but I'm definitely not going to be able to go out on the street and find a job making what I was making at the company that I'm going to be leaving. So, you know, there's a part of me that was, I guess, preparing to go into panic mode. And I think for a guy that, you know, it's a little bit different. I've been providing for my family for a long time. I'm, you know, in my 40s. It's kind of an odd time to be starting a quote-unquote new career. And I think for a guy, it's really sort of a strange emotion to know that that security and that steady income that you've had for so long is all of a sudden just going to quit. It's going to stop. You're no longer going to get that electronic fund transfer at the beginning of the month anymore like you've been getting. So I'm at the point where I'm having to decide. I'm trying to pray through this and figure out, you know, God, what exactly do you have in store for me? You know, what is it you're wanting me, you know, to do? Now, of course, this does give me, at least for the short term, more time to, you know, to devote to my ministry and all. But that doesn't necessarily make up for the income that I'm losing. So I really got to decide what it is, you know, I want to do, what it is I need to do. You don't see a whole lot of ads. I don't know if you guys ever looked in your paper. If you look in your jobs wanted or the classifieds, any of you ever seen any jobs for archaeologists? Because I haven't. It's not a real popular job, I guess you'd say. It's kind of a very niched profession. But I don't really want to do that anymore. I've done some consulting on my own in the past, and I don't really want to do that. So I've got to decide what it is, you know, I want to do after all this time working in the same place. I've had a lot of people who have wondered why I'm not in panic mode, why I'm not just totally torn up and depressed about it. I tell them, I said, well, the thing is that I know that God provides. I know He takes care of us. He's provided for us for all those years, and He is answering a prayer. Although it may not be the time I wanted it, He is answering it. He is getting me out of archaeology and moving me into something else. Hopefully better, and hopefully in something that maybe even bigger. We don't really know yet. So what about you guys? Have you gone through this kind of career deal lately? You know, I know there's tons and tons of people who have lost their job, who are going through these kind of bad economic times. And I guess at the moment I'm just one of the additional statistics that you can add to the overall percentage there. But it's a strange feeling. It's kind of hard to explain. I do have my moments where I'm kind of doldrum, I guess, thinking about, you know, the fact that I've lost a job of all these years and wondering, what am I going to do? What is the answer here? What is in store for me and my family? If you guys have any similar experiences, I'd love to hear about those. If you've got any ideas or even questions about what it's like going through this, having been employed somewhere for so long and then losing the job, you know, I'd be glad to chat with you guys about what's going on, about how I've seen God already begin to work through this. And I'm not looking at this in a naive sort of way and saying God will take care of us, blah blah blah, you know, we're in His hands, He's in control, etc., etc. I'm talking about a real faith that has confidence that whatever is happening is part of God's overall plan for my life and His plan in general. And I know that He will bring something to the forefront, and whatever it is, and it may be that we're just going to be living on much less income than in the past, which is fine with me. He will provide for us however He sees fit. But if you guys have any experiences like that, I'd love to hear them. As always, if you enjoyed watching this video and listening to this commentary, I'd appreciate you subscribing, letting me know maybe some other games you'd like to see, some other videos you'd like to have on my channel. Hit the like button there below if you enjoyed the video. And although I enjoy doing them anyways, whether anybody likes them or not, just don't dislike it unless you really didn't like it, okay? I will give you guys an update later on as things progress and fill you in on any further details. I do have another video here on the screen if you'd like to watch it regarding a reality show called Honey Boo Boo. So if you're interested in hearing about my take on some reality TV, go ahead and watch that video there. As always, have a blessed day, keep the faith, and I hope you have a great rest of the week. This is the Gaming Preacher. Bye.